Good morning, Adventurites. I hope you have your coffee and you're all ready to learn something new. With all the Flickr things going on, I've noticed a lot of posts about it being a pain to go through and fix your descriptions and to make yourself TOS compliant on Flickr and not risk losing your accounts. So I thought that I would go through the organized folder. It took me, see, the other day I went through and I tested how long it would take me to just kind of adjust the descriptions on my photos. And using Organize, it took me about half an hour. So you can do a lot of things with Organize in on Flickr, and it makes it a lot easier. Um, Also, one tip that someone posted on Facebook about if you're a free member, remove all your links. You can list like the stores, but just don't link them because that breaks TOS, but listing them doesn't. And then someone else suggested that you put your social media information in your about. And as you can see, there is a special area for that. This has always been there. I was able to ignore that. I was able to put my links and stuff here so people can always find them. And they can also see views and how many tags I have and how many photos I faved. So you can tell how active someone is on Flickr before you start liking them and how many groups I'm in. Um, with that said, I wanted to show you how to mass edit your photos. So if you go up to the U tab in the menu and you go down to organize, it will open a brand new window for you. And it will show all of your pictures that you have for the lifetime of your account, all the way back to when you started. For me, my oldest picture is this ad that or this photo I did teasing somebody. But the thing is that you're not going to see that on my feed because I've set it to private, but I didn't get rid of it because I didn't want to lose it. I created that album, but my oldest picture on my Flickr is from 2012. So this will show you every picture you have ever done in the lifetime of your account. There is a lot that you can do. Down here at the bottom, I'm while hovering over the little icons. These are your pictures, and to select one, you just click on it and drag, or you can remove it from the batch by just dragging it back down. You can also remove it by saying clear this batch up to the corner. You can select multiples by clicking on the first one and then going to the last one in the list that you want to select. Then you just click and drag, and it will drag them all into the batch. You can clear the batch like that. There is another thing, you can see specific content. You can see what you haven't tagged, which as you can see, I haven't tagged these, so I one day I will go through and I will tag them. Not everything you put on Flickr has to have a tag, just to be clear there. You can see what content you have on Flickr that is not in a set, which is an album. You can see everything that has been geotagged or non-geotagged. I don't geotag my content because it's for Second Life. I don't need to. But if I was to put real life pictures on here and I share it with you guys, and if I was like on a vacation or somewhere, I can geotag that saying, oh, I was at Ventura, California, and you know, it would show on the map, and then that photo would show up in Explore Adventure. Adventure? I can't talk this morning. Excuse my French. You can select all, or you can clear the selection. Down here underneath the album selection is how many photos you have. And then when you select items, it will tell you how many you have selected. Then you can clear selection. Under more options, you can search for like specific kinds of content. So if I want to do decor, I can search for decor. If I want to do fashion, I can search for fashion. Things like that. Let's see. Clear. Oh yeah, we need to clear this. Oops. Can't type either. And then it brings it all back. So once you clear the search button, it brings it all back. And you can set more options. You have a lot of options here, from searching by privacy content filters. You can do full text, so you can like search for a specific post. If you don't want to go through your feed and you want to adjust it in here, you can do that. You can search by tags only. You can search by the people that you've tagged. And once it finishes loading, you just type in the person's name and then it'll bring a drop down menu. So if I do Tempe drop down, she's the owner of Templar Poses, and if you really want some nice poses, she's got some good ones, and she's just starting out, so go support my friend Tempe. I know, that was a shameless plug. So you select her, and these are the photos that I've tagged her in, and then when you want to clear that, there's this little red X here. If you can barely see it when you don't have it on there, and then when you hover over it, it turns red, and it will clear that selection. You can search by photos and videos, or you can search by photos only, or you can search by videos only. I'm going to set it back to photos and videos. Over here, you have ability to sort by date. So this is sorted by date posted. I can sort it by date taken. Okay. You can also sort it, jump to a date. So these little black tiles with the numbers in them are the dates that you've posted something on Flickr. So say like I want to go back to earlier time last year and I don't want to scroll through my feed until I find it. I'm going to go back and click on Tuesday, July 2nd and see it's scrolled the bottom part with the pictures to the picture that I did Tuesday, July 2nd, and it highlighted it with the date pop up here. So then you can select it and then drag it up there so you can adjust it. Clear batch, as you've seen before, is up here in the corner once you have stuff in the feed. Then let's go back to the very beginning here and I want to show you. So batch edit. I want to put in as many of these as possible because I want to show you that you can edit as many of your photos at the one time that you need to. So you see I put 14, 15, or I don't know, there's a lot of shit in here. Okay, so I know I said shit, whatever. Edit photos this is where you can edit your title, tags, and descriptions. There is a lot of things. You can't break it. You can't destroy anything. Most things will pop up with a box confirming what you want to do, so be aware, and if you hit the wrong thing, then you can just back out of it. So don't be afraid of messing it up. If you go into edit tags, titles, and descriptions, then it gives you, I think it's like 20 pictures on one page. Okay. And you can make your adjustments. You can say funny stuff in the description. You can completely remove your links, all links, and just put in what you're featuring or what stores, and then people can go look them up. And then when you get done with all of your edits, you can select save and go to the next page. So I'm going to just put a test description in Kermie's speech and save and go to the next page and see it brings up the next group of pictures that were in the slot. So you can make all of your adjustments this way, and it's just a lot easier. You can also add your tags. There is a little help button here, but for whatever odd reason on my end it's not working to pull up the help. And you can cancel and you can go back to the screen here. The other thing that you might use a lot is changing permissions. You might set a bunch of photos to like safe when they should be restricted, or moderate, so you can change that here. You can also go under permissions and change your content type. As Second Life users and with Second Life pictures, we can only do screenshot. They do not want us to do photos or images. That's all over um, the forums, is even in their TOS and their uh, help documentation of what we can and can't do. Because they consider Second Life digital, that's what screenshot is. Because you're just basically, when you take a photo in SL, you're taking a screenshot of your screen, and that's why they see the difference. So, in order to comply with TOS, I have my stuff set at screenshot all the time. But if there are those of you who don't know about this TOS rule and you have your photos set to photo, you can mass produce a safe content type adjustment this way. The other thing I think would be like if you're organizing your albums, you can add these photos to a specific album. One of the things that I use a lot is albums and collections, which allows me to make adjustments to my albums without having to go through my feed. If I forget to put several photos in, say, like my decor shots, then I can put them in using Organizer, and I can just find the photos that I want, and I can open the album and I can put them in here. You can also do your descriptions for that album here. You can create a new album by selecting create. Create album gives you this new option. So I can do like test album, and then description could be test album, and then you just drag a bunch of pictures up in here, and then it will take the first picture in the list and it will become your thumbnail for that album. You are also able to do a lot of batch editing on this, so let's back out of here and let's go into my playing album, because this is just playing stuff where I was learning how to do techniques and things. You can arrange by different options, like date taken, or the oldest first, newest first, or date uploaded, or alphabetically, or randomly, or reverse current, or order. And this is how they will see it in your album when people take a look at your album. If you select randomly, then they will reorder your photos in here so it's random. You can batch edit all of your items here. You can change your tags, titles, and descriptions. You can change permissions. You can even add licensing. If you don't want people to be able to download your work, you can select all rights reserved. You can set safety filter, content type. You can add everything that you can do in the batch organize, you can do here. You can even delete this album. And if you do delete your album, don't worry, you do not lose those pictures. They go into your main feed. You just have to add them to a new album. That is basically it, Adventurites. There's a lot of things that you can do in Organize. You cannot actually hurt anything because you can back out of it all. Most items that require options that require like a super change where you're going to delete something or whatever, it will have a pop-up box confirming that, so you just have to pay attention to what you're doing. It won't break it. And there's just a lot of things that you can do with this, and I really enjoy using it. It saves a lot of time. I was able to redo all of my blog links and make sure that they were consistent just in about 30 minutes the other day, and it was about 100 pictures that I did that to. So that's how fast you can work on it. It's not as much of a pain as you think, and it lets you be anal and organize as much as you want into your heart's content. So I hope this helps you out, and if you want another video about how to do something, let me know in the comments and I will work on it. I will see you later. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and have more coffee with me at another day. See you later. Bye, Adventurites.